right, guys, Ian Anderson, and I'm again joined by our world champion, Greg Barsby.
Hey.
For the final round chase card, the Las Vegas Challenge. We got a fantastic chase card. That was Nate Sexton. This is Kevin Jones, Austin Hannum. May have seen him in our Wintertime Open coverage. And the Rick.
The Rickster. Yeah, this is going to be a really competitive card, especially coming down the stretch. Expect to see some really, really good shots out of this group.
Spoiler alert, you're going to.
Yeah, pretty much every round you watch any of these guys.
Love it, man. All right, tell us about the pro play on hole 1, Greg.
This would be just under 400 feet. Again, you just want to keep it safe, clear the green, and ideally you want to attack and stay on the right side if you can to get a look. But you don't want to leave it too far over there with the OB.
Sure enough. Kevin Jones. Probably ripping on a D1 if I had to guess.
Yeah, he blasted that hyzer. Maybe just a little short. That had a good dig to it.
Yeah, not too bad. Have a little putt action. Not super close, but it's there.
That's in his range. He's got a good putt.
He sure does. Real deep knee bends.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky.
Rick probably throwing his new destroyer.
I would bet.
He hung that out pretty good, and this is definitely in Rick's range.
Right.
Maybe 30 foot up the hill, a little shorter than that.
He's almost in Rick range from the tee.
Right, there you go, exactly.
Yeah. Sexton reaching for the X-Cal.
Good play by Nate here. I like the flick if you have the distance.
Yep.
Just got to throw it at the right height. And that was kind of a weird bounce.
Wasn't it?
Whoa.
Yeah, I think it was getting squirrely. Guess Nate's having some shoulder issues right now, but kind of just fighting through it. Austin Hannum.
Austin, that looks a little high and fading out. He's going to have a tougher look, but still in range. You know, this is one of those holes. It's tough to park this one, especially, cold off the tee, first hole.
Definitely. Sexton first up with the putts.
Cha-ching. Wow. Super solid. That was dead center.
Great round starter, right?
Yeah, you make one from that distance, and you're thinking, I'm about to eat it up.
Something's about to happen. Austin Hannum from just a little bit closer.
Oh, my goodness.
Sit.
No way. Oh, what a weird roll.
Wasn't it just like epically slow at the start there?
It looked like it wanted to fall down.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so unfortunate. And so he goes backwards to throw his next shot.
Uh-huh.
That's one of those moments where you really wish, you think, man, the one time I didn't want to hit the metal.
Right, yeah. If you airballed it, you're in a better situation. Ricky for 2.
Ricky up and in. Nice little bouncer off the nubs there.
Yep.
That'll get you going.
Not quite Sexton clean, but it was good.
Oh, it's in there. No picture on the scorecard.
Absolutely.
K. Jones, sweet spot.
He has a really unique putt, speaking of like putting styles and whatnot.
Yeah, really solid putter. You know, he's got good pace to it. Especially out here in Vegas, you need a little bit more of a strike.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with that wind.
The wind's down, though. It looked like on this screen. I'm curious to see if the wind pops up through this round as the day goes on.
Yeah, a little bit, but was never like a huge player in the game. After the most beautiful day we've had out here in Vegas by far, though, it was actually hot out there in the sun.
Thankfully, we're getting to that
Take
time
that
of
the
the year.
snow we started with,
Yeah.
right? There's an unfortunate bogey for Austin, but everybody else can. Some really nice birds, and we're on to hole 2, the woods hole.
270 right down the pipe. Again, you just want to keep this one low, keep it away from the branches. The road doesn't really come into play. You probably hit a branch if you pulled it too far to the right, but there's that precarious kind of bunker area to the left. You just want to keep this one on a straight line.
Kevin's trying to do just that, but leaking a little left.
Oh, that's tasty.
That'll work.
Super tasty. Inside 20.
Ricky throwing a rock, I believe.
Oh, just got caught up by the branch there. That was maybe going to sail a little hot, but I think it's still within Ricky's range if we can get it under the branches on the putt.
Definitely. I believe we got a dart pull from Mr. Sexton.
A nice setup there with the hyzer flip, just standing up flies. A little too straight. Probably just wanted to have it on a line slightly more to the left.
Yep. Austin.
I like that play. If you're going to miss somewhere, miss low.
Yeah, sure.
And you still got an opportunity.
It'll slide, right?
Rickster.
I could not believe you ran that.
I can believe it.
Yeah.
Come on, Austin. Good line there. Just
Wasn't
a
it?
little low.
Yeah. Sexton for 2.
Oh, he's got the putter rolling already.
Yeah.
Couple of testers right off the bat.
Mm-hmm. Kevin He's 2 for 2 as well.
There we go. That's getting it going. That was a great drive.
It was.
Rick going to tap out his 3. I mean, if Rick couldn't get the putt off with the backhand, I wouldn't put it past him. But you don't see him do too many of those short flick approach shots because he's such a wily putter.
Mm-hmm. He was trying to put that in, too. It was quite the move there.
Well, Ricky, if anybody knows, it's time to make the move.
Oh, yeah.
Probably running everything, especially with low winds out here. It's time to score.
You could tell Ricky had that air about him where he's like, I'm not fooling around. I'm trying to win this thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you could feel it for
Round
sure.
4 is a whole different animal.
That it is. Some nice birdies there from Sexton and Jones. Hole 3, the island hole, Greg.
Same distance as the prior hole, much different shot. You've got the OB behind. I would expect to see Sexton throw his flick here and possibly Ricky as well.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like K. Jones is going for the hyzer. Nice low release there. Playing the skip. That's well executed.
Yeah, really nice shot, right?
Yep, sit down. Yeah, probably around 20 feet or so, maybe a little less.
Nate up next.
Yep, playing that Sexton bird. Again, really good height, hoping to dig it into the hill there and just kind of let it bump up and roll.
Another weird ground reaction for Nate.
Perfect result there. That's exactly what you're looking for.
And Rick flicking the pig here.
Nice with the pig play. I don't think I've ever seen Ricky throw the pig.
I guess that's what we're doing instead of the harp now.
It's his replacement.
Yeah, he's got it.
Obviously, it's working for him. It's right at 20 feet. Should have no problem cleaning that up for 2.
Yeah, but everybody was curious. Now you know. Austin.
Oh, man. What a bummer.
Yeah.
It just caught the very bottom of that tree branch and dropped straight down.
Little tight, little high, and unfortunately got him. Austin going to try and save a par.
Come on.
Oh, my goodness.
Good jump out attempt there.
Wasn't it? Kevin. He's starting his day with a turkey.
Nice. Well done. Yep, that's the way. If you can start hot on this course, you can go really low. You get in that groove.
Yeah, it seems to be the back nines that plays a little bit easier in the front. So if you can get going early.
Ricky cashing in as well as Sexton. Great start for both Kevin and Nate there. That's ideal, right? You can't
to do
play
much
it
better. Yep, 3 for 3. Austin cleans up an unfortunate 4. Get a good look at that Kevin putting form. Ton of leg action. I've always said that's free accuracy. You know? it points you right at the basket.
Yeah,
you know?
sure.
You
Yeah.
got to use less arm.
He's got the lineup.
It works. There are those 3 birdies there with that unfortunate bug for Austin again. And we are going to be looking at hole 4, which is just a towering hyzer shot, Greg.
Welcome to the Las Vegas Challenge, sponsored by Innova Champion Disc. 20 years of support, $500,000. Hope everyone has a good time.
All right, guys, back to the action after 3 holes. Really hot starts for Nate and Kevin. Again, huge thanks to PDJ as well as Innova Champion Discs for making the coverage possible. And now we're going to hole 4, Greg.
So depending on the wind, again, you can play a couple different routes here. With the wind down, I expect Kevin to throw the hyzer. He's just got such a big towering shot. Yep, exactly. And this time, he doesn't have to worry about the wind sweeping it with this way or that way. He can just line it up and knock it down. Exactly. That's it right there. Great shot from Kevin.
Just beautiful.
Yeah, that's textbook on the hyzer.
Nate reaching for one of his Star Destroyers, also throwing that big ol' hyzer.
That looks pretty tasty. Looked like a good line, good height on it. It's just a little wide. Whoa, sit down. Don't. Come on. Oh, my goodness. The slow roll of death.
That's twice has gotten us.
That's,
Or gotten them,
what
that
the
is.
heck is going on?
Brutal.
I expect Nate to make that the way he's putting right now.
He's
I
got
expect
that.
him to make that comeback.
He does have that putter working.
It's very dangerous. Ricky just kind of hung his a little too wide out there.
Mm-hmm.
Just needed to be a little tighter on the line, but definitely in Raptor Rick range.
You know it. Austin
really needs to pick this birdie up right now after having some of those unfortunate breaks on the first couple. This is one he needs to get, and that's a great way to. It's a great way to get it going.
He agrees with you, Greg.
Yeah.
So Nate gonna try and save a par. Come on, Greg.
Called that one.
Yeah, you did.
Look, he's just when you got it rolling.
Yeah.
You can see his putt's got that good move on it right now.
The zone is real.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I'm sure you felt it before.
Every once in a while. Speaking of zone, bam.
Ow.
Oh yeah. That's Round 4 Rick.
Yeah.
Round
Round
4
4
Rick.
I like that one.
That.
That's good.
Man. Yeah, and he's looking clean out there. He's feeling it. You can tell he's focused.
Mm-hmm.
Austin off the snide.
Good to see him get the game going here.
Good birdie. That's a good birdie. That's a must get in his situation.
Yeah, he hasn't been throwing bad, just some rough breaks,
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you can throw it well and just not get the results.
Mm-hmm.
4 for 4 for Kevin. He's making it look like that. 4 for 4.
He's trying to catch them all, Greg.
4th round. Yeah, got to get them all.
Yep.
Especially these guys being on the chase card, they really want to just make that push. And if there's a way that they can push enough to, I know Calvin was in the lead by 6 strokes coming into this round, but if they can make a push and put the numbers on the board and start to get those guys to think about them,
sure,
things can change.
Definitely can. Hole 5, very gettable par 4 for these guys. You can throw a forehand or a backhand off the tee.
Yeah, I expect all 4 of these guys to play this one really safe. It's just a little too long, a little too much obstruction off the tee. Just to play it in the middle, play for the approach shot, and get the 3.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Kevin pulled that over a little bit.
He
Come
did.
on. He might get away with it.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's going to be right on the edge.
Yeah, really low ceiling on that second shot. Rick ripping a destroyer out there.
That looks perfect. Yeah, that's prime real estate there. Very textbook shot from Ricky.
Yeah. Austin, no stranger to the forehand either. He is throwing his EMAC force.
Playing the forehand on this. Funny enough, I never really thought of playing the forehand on this hole, but it makes perfect sense. You're not going for the basket. You're not going for the ultimate distance.
Mm-hmm.
And funny enough, somebody that's known for having a great sidearm is taking the backhand straight up the gap.
Mm-hmm. He was saying that's really kind of playing to the injury. He's trying to throw as few forehands as he can.
Yeah.
So
just save it for the
Yeah,
energy in the
that's
tank.
exactly
Maybe for
right.
late in the game,
Yeah.
it's a big shot.
Where there's options, use the backhand. That's what he's been doing. He said throw like 75% forehand. Or sorry, backhand. Nate.
So he probably threw that at about 75-80% with a mid-range or even a putter mold.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell exactly which disc that was. Just left it a little short, but that's not a bad miss. He'll have a look, especially the way he's putting. I think the putter's looking to do the work. Sit down. Austin throws a really good shot. Just got away from him just a little bit, and then, with the slope green, he's going to be down there 27, 28 feet off the wall.
Kevin has to deal with it with that low ceiling. Goes to the knee for the second shot.
Pretty solid play there. I mean, it's really tough to park when you're out of position like that. So he'll have a putt.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's looking at 5 for 5. I'm sure he's feeling pretty good coming into that one.
Ricky getting not over enough on that one.
Ricky just a little bit left on the line.
Yeah. Nate gonna try and forehand one in for us.
That was very smooth.
It was.
Very smooth. Really touchy shot. I'm sure he's worked on that many years. Kevin just leaving it a little bit high. It's all good, right? Hey, it's all good. Get the next one.
This is caddy Charlie Cavalier. Great guy. Met him today.
Good run from Austin. Just a little high off the band there. He wanted that one too with the way the round started for him. He's got to make that push now.
Yeah, there's a must-get 3 for these guys. Ricky
clutch. Picking up the birdie out of position. Little couple daps from the group there.
Yeah. Kevin manages to save his par. Didn't go OB on that long putt.
Dead center there.
Mm-hmm.
Take the par, move to the next one. You can tell he's on the mission right now, too. All these guys are really pushing.
Yeah.
Some good golf going on out here.
That there is. Nate dropping in his par after the forehand dart attempt at a birdie. Austin also with a par. It's a hole these guys really wanted a 3, but we only saw one of them.
I'm surprised there. And you could see a little bit of the frustration with Austin, getting the bad breaks and then not getting the score. He threw a great shot.
Yeah.
And it just didn't pan for him. It bounced off there, got all the way down to the wall, and then he was slightly obstructed. So right now, I think the most important thing for him is just to get back on the shot making train.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the scores. That's really, really important in some of these rounds because you're watching Ricky and Kevin and Nate just shred the course. So you can't really think about what they're doing. You got to get back to what he's doing.
Thankfully, he's got a real strong mental game. And that'll shine.
Austin's a super good player.
Yeah,
it's fun to watch. Fun to watch
shine through. Ricky?
Rickster probably playing a KC AVR or something like that.
He's got an AVR X3 in the bag.
It might be the X3.
It looks kind of flat, doesn't it?
Yeah, that might be the X3. Yeah, it's a little bit shorter than that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good play. Just bled out a little bit. Does have some fade, so.
Yeah.
But that's definitely in Ricky's range. He's on the green.
Kevin throwing a putter as well.
Boy, the conditions are just so perfect out here. You can really attack like Kevin did there. Just played it straight on the line.
Yep, wind's down, sun is out. Sign me up for some good golf.
Austin says, I'm running this one. Almost put it in.
Oh, that's how close it was? Oh, my gosh. We get to watch.
Well, he's thinking, get in there, hold. Oh, now he's thinking
He knows
sit.
it.
Ugh. Man, that's just the way it goes sometimes.
Yep.
Yes. What a save.
Right?
That was awesome. That's not an easy save, and especially with the water behind it.
No, that's a real scary putt. And
Yeah.
he just
Super
dropped.
solid. That had great speed on it, too. I don't think it was going anywhere, even if it didn't connect.
Yeah, it was kind of diving right at that last second. Ricky with a scary putt, but that's Ricky.
Ricky's not scared of a couple ducks in the water.
And there's Nate.
Nate, that had that nice up and down move. Wasn't too quick, again, with great speed on the putt. That wasn't going to go OB if it missed.
Nah, it's kind of like your putt a little bit.
And Nate and I have a fairly similar putt.
Yeah.
Just even, a lot of the straddle guys, it looks the same. But
Yeah.
they all have their own unique kind of character, if you will.
Their own spin on it.
Yeah. Beautiful shot of that putt right there from Austin.
Such a good one.
Just way to stay in the race. That's just keeping the head up.
Yeah. But the rest of the guys are shredding 2 5s and a 4 through 6. That is good. Hole 7, another attacking opportunity, Greg.
This is where things get interesting because you've got both the bunkers, and I would imagine all these guys are going to attack it. If you're in the bunker, you get the birdie still.
Yeah. And you're on the chase card. You're trying to do something.
Right. If you can get the eagle, I mean, this is where you make that push. These next couple holes, get in the basket.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Wow.
And it just skids all the way down.
OB.
OB.
Yeah. Yeah. Cart path and beyond is OB.
Wow.
Unfortunately. Kevin up next. See if he can get us an Albatross.
It's looking tasty. Maybe a little left needs to stay flat. Ugh. He's gonna have a 30-footer.
Yeah.
Definitely something Kevin can knock down.
Sexton going Star Destroyer again. Said it was 5 feet out the last time we played this hole.
I like this line a lot. Hang it. Stay out of there. What a shot. What a shot. He's stoked. Yes. He's like, I did it finally. This hole.
He did it. He said he was 5 feet out the other round, too.
Ugh.
Dropping eagles both rounds on this course.
That's insane.
It's incredible.
It's a testament to his accuracy.
It is. Austin Hannum, this looks great, too.
Got to check up.
Oh, just dribbles.
Another 3 feet on that drive and it's parked.
Ricky going to try and save birdie.
Oh, caught the shrubbery.
Yeah, fortunately it does stay safe. He's got to tap in par. Kevin, birdie look despite the hazard. I love that one.
Hadouken.
It's fantastic.
That was awesome. Good putt. Way to save the birdie. Hey, same with Austin.
Yeah. Nicely done.
I feel like that's a fairly popular spot to land on this hole.
Yeah.
A lot of players I saw in that bunker.
And Nate with the drop-in eagle.
Not as many players in that position.
Yeah. Nate was joking, like, this hole is the perfect hole for his distance. Other guys can overdrive it. He just throws his...
Or you just kind of blast it out there.
He just blasts it out there and it goes right to the basket.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Kevin, great birdie putt right there.
Yeah, that was awesome. Still, and he's rolling. Even with the penalty. Just, oh well.
Stack another birdie
Pick
on
it
there.
up, yeah.
Hole 8, I have not seen a ton of gets on this one, Greg. Tough.
It's tricky, but today might be a different day. The winds are down, so now you can really control the backhand flip-up shot down the hill, which is typically kind of a wily throw. If your angle's not correct, it wants to flip over, or it wants to hyzer out. Nate with the wind down. I think he wanted to leave that a little wider.
He did, yeah. That's his X-Cal, and he's got a look. It's long, though, and there is OB behind the basket.
Yeah, that's going to be he's going to have a decision to make. Kevin, on the other hand, I like that route a lot. Throw it out at the mountain, let it hang. He's just looking for a little ground play, and it digs.
Yep.
Just caught the edge of it.
He said the exact same thing when it hit.
Missed that.
Oh my God. Almost killed Peter.
I almost hit that the first
Did
round.
you really?
It's in the way. You want to keep it low.
Yeah, that was Austin's Z-Force again, that EMAC one. Here's a destroyer from Rick.
There we go. Ricky's is looking money. He's got good power with the flick. That's right in his zone. Probably right on the edge of the circle.
Good power is an understatement. But
Yeah.
coming from you, it
Good.
makes sense.
He has good power.
Austin's second. God, he got really far down the fairway off that post.
He did.
That's all he had left. And Nate with the OB behind the raised, or the basket on the mound, just lays up smartly.
Yeah, that's the Nate Sexton play. He said, "Okay, I've already got a bunch of birdies. I can let this one slide."
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like not many people are getting this hole anyway, you know? So if you take a par, it's not a
Unless
bad
you're
sport.
Ricky.
Unless you're Ricky.
Ka-ching.
Man, he's got that. Speaking of putters getting work in.
Yeah, says thank you very much.
Yep.
He's got a little work here for the par. No problem though, right on the post.
Mm-hmm.
Good comebacker.
Austin saves par.
Cleaning up the 3 after the unfortunate break. I have to feel like that's an unfortunate break.
Yeah.
There's a little sign there that
a little
says,
one.
don't drink the reclaimed water or don't go swimming or
I
something.
want to know who drank the water that we need a sign for that, because that water is green, Greg.
It's like,
That is just, it's a sad state of humanity that sign exists. I think that just makes me just a little bit sad.
you never know.
Yeah.
You never know who's out there.
You don't. Ricky with the incredible birdie gets a stroke on the card, and we are be looking at hole 9, a very gettable par 4. Well, for the
Certainly.
birdie anyway.
Certainly. Yeah, just over 600 feet. I expect Kevin to absolutely mush this drive. This should be really fun to watch. Just see how far he can throw this thing. All 4 of these guys need this birdie to keep the round moving into the back 9.
That they do.
Without a doubt. This is a must get.
Rick reaching for the Star Destroyer.
It's a little left, but he's thrown it hard enough. It just busts right through there. Look at that hold.
Look at this shot, Greg. Can you believe that, man?
I can. Ricky's got sneaky distance, and he played the right disc. You see how long that thing held?
Uh-huh.
Just a little bit less stable of a piece, and it just kept holding on the line.
Unbelievable.
But if he pulls it through the middle of the gap there, all of a sudden it can't hang that right side because there's a tree there. So he has to trend it to the left.
Yeah.
So
He used every bit of that gap, right?
yeah, that's high quality play.
And Kevin asked him, what's the wind read? Rick goes, I don't know, I shanked it. I was dead.
That is awesome. Kevin, that's
an
still
incredible drive.
It's crushed, and he's
Yeah.
40 foot behind Ricky.
Austin. I'm sure he's ripping on a force here.
Yeah, just playing it out to the left. That's going to leave him with a fairly easy up and down from 200 feet.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So Nate, fortunate to get just in front of this tree, but still.
He's got the cabbage, but he's also got an incredible flick. Great action out of that shot.
Yeah, that's his X-Cal again. I needed just a little bit more, maybe a destroyer might have got there possibly. I don't know.
I'm surprised to see that come up so short. If he says he's been having,
He's got
some
shoulder impingement issues, he said, going on.
I mean, it's got to be something. I've seen him throw them further and better. That was a
Yeah.
standstill, however.
That is true. And Austin,
Tink,
beautiful.
tink.
Yep.
Yeah, getting some knocks from the other Austin on tour.
Austin Turner.
That's awesome.
Kevin, his eagle bid, half go. He'll take his birdie.
Yeah, he's still got just, he's not parked, but he's definitely in range. Should be a tap in for him.
That was Nate's birdie attempt.
Ricky going for the eagle. Please make this. Looks like it's high. No way.
Man, I've wanted to putt like that.
I'm actually mad at Ricky right now. Like, I wanted him to
I was a
make that
little
putt.
disappointed too. I mean, that's a Ricky putt. He hits those.
Like, you can't be disappointed he didn't make a 50-footer.
I know, but that's the only person you can be disappointed when they don't do that.
I'm not.
Maybe
I'm
you
not
too a little
I'm
bit.
not disappointed in Ricky. I'm just mad at him. I'm actually just like, I'm gonna probably talk to him this next week. I'm like, why didn't you make that putt? Because I wanted to see somebody throw it to circle 2.
That was a
cash it.
game changer, a momentum shifter if he hits that. That's putting some pressure on the lead
Big
card.
time.
Yeah.
Big time. And the unfortunate thing is he put it over the top and went in the bunker right behind it.
and
Takes a par.
It takes a
after
par.
The best drive
best
I've
drive
ever seen on the hole.
Ever seen. Yeah, just incredible.
Yep. You see that big push off from the back. He's got great transfer of weight and just a little too strong on that one.
Man,
cost him there.
That is a
Dropping or staying at 6 under, I mean.
Yeah, still a good round. Still a great 9.
He was looking to go 8, though.
He was.
He was looking to go 8.
Greg, this was action-packed. I can't wait for the back 9, man.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one. The guys are playing good right now.
There. All right, thanks for watching this one, guys. We'll catch you in part 2.